I know my chance with her is blown, but my mouth gets carried away. I'm tongue-tied, 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 tongue-tied. I get tongue-tied.
The fourth type of woman to, God, I'm getting to the controversial stuff, guys. So here we go. The fourth type of woman to avoid dating are overweight, obese women. Now, I know in this day and age of the body positivity movement, we're not allowed to say that. I'm not even coming at it from the angle, though, of their appearance, because I've dated women that were a little bit chubby to slightly obese or whatever, and that was my past when I did that. And so I'm not saying that they weren't beautiful or attractive. But what I found is this, and this is really a true thing, is that a woman that is obese, more often than not, is going to come with health problems. Like, real talk, I know people have said before, you're just making that up. That's not a thing. You're just trying to say it because you're really biased and you hate their looks and whatever. No, I'm talking about like seriously obese women typically tend to have major health problems. I'm talking like obviously diabetes, but also, back pain, leg pain. Typically, I've seen it where like women that have more weight on them. For example, I like to do like road trips. I did a whole cross-country trip like 2 or 3 years ago. I drove around the entire country, 11,000 miles. I was doing anywhere between like 8 to 10 hours a day in a car. Women that typically are obese can't sit in the car for more than like 2 hours before their legs start hurting, before they start getting cramps, before they're getting tired. And so her being overweight is going to greatly affect your guys' lifestyles together, because there's going to be times where she's in pain and she has to go get massages and she has to like get her leg cramped out. She can't really move right now because she's really hurting. And then you got to think about, if you guys get married, her having to go to get checked for health reasons and stuff in the hospital and see doctors and whatnot, that those bills add up. Those now become your bills because she decided not to get in shape. You get to get affected in your wallet. You get to get affected in your lifestyle, and she could be the most attractive looking obese woman you've ever seen. Internally, those things are going to still come to fruition. There's still going to be a lot of pains, a lot of hurts. And then also you got to factor in the fact that a lot of women, they get obese in part because they've had traumatic lifestyle, which I talked about earlier. And so because of that, that's also something to consider, is that being obese signals that she's probably been through some traumatic stuff that she, more importantly, hasn't healed from. Because even if like she went through trauma, but then she was able to heal, because she'd be able to eat better. But a lot of times they're eating their feelings. They're trying to mask the pain they were going through. And as a result of that, they get bigger and bigger. And even if you're dating her and giving her the best lifestyle ever, the reality is she could still be feeling that other pain. And if you're mixed with that, with the fact that oftentimes women that haven't had good relationships, when they get into one, it starts to freak them out. So now you treating her well in the relationship is actually causing her to want to eat more because she's more anxious. She's only going to get bigger. At the point where you meet a woman, when you first start dating her, chances are that she's going to get bigger as you date her. Like the size that she's at today is going to probably be the lowest weight she's going to be. And so as you date her, she's going to get more and more heavy. So it's only going to get worse in the long run. So that's why I say, as you could be dating the nicest, most best looking obese woman ever. It ain't about looks. It's about the health factor. And it's about the fact that your lifestyle is going to be greatly affected by hers. And also, when people are together long enough, they start influencing each other. You're going to be a healthy guy now, but if she's every day, hey, let's just stay home tonight and just order pizza and eat Doritos and watch TV, I guarantee you in 2 to 3 months, you will be bigger. Trust me, I've dated bigger women where in the course of us dating in the span of 6 to 8 months, I noticed I was gaining weight. And I'm like, oh crap, where did this happen from? And it's because, again, I'm not recognizing there's an influence there. And so that's why I say, as nice and as kind and caring as an overweight woman may be, her lifestyle is not going to be beneficial to the relationship in the long run, okay? So I say try to avoid them if you can. And by the way, don't be one of those guys that's going to think, well, she's overweight now, but if we get into a relationship, I'm going to work out with her and we're going to do some stuff. She's going to lose that weight. If she's doing it solely for you, it's not going to stick, because she needs to be losing that weight for her. If she's doing it for you, let's say you guys get in a fight one day and now she's crying and she wants to go eat her feelings again. She's going to gain 5 pounds. Now, all that work went away because she's now mad at you, and to get back at you, she's going to gain some of the weight back. This is just the stuff that happens, guys. I'm serious. It's real talk, okay? So consider that before trying to go for these overweight women, which you shouldn't be going for. Somebody left in the chat, those medical bills will be crazy with the overweight woman. Yeah, man, the stuff I've seen. I remember there was a woman I was dating a long time ago. She got to like, I think 260 or something like that. And she was like a small thing, like 5'4", something like that. And she was just driving around one day and randomly just passed out and crashed her car. And I'm getting this call like a few hours later, like what the freak happened? It's like and that's when she also told me she was also pre-diabetic. I'm just like, holy crap. And this is a woman that I thought was extremely beautiful and was really loving and caring, but just like she had those issues. And this also goes back to she had traumas in her past with her and her mom's relationship. So all this stuff connects in terms of like being able to tell who's going to be a good candidate for dating and not, you know?
Thanks for listening to the Introvert Dating Success Podcast. Visit us at introvertdatingsuccess.com for more great tips on attracting women using your natural introvert charm. Oh, yeah.